It is high noon on October 26, 2010, and the Tuesday edition of the Daily Journal is upon the streets. Mike Frey here with Colleen Loggins. And Colleen, what a wild morning. Over here on this desk we had what is popularly known as a police scanner. It was squawking a mile a minute this morning with reports of tornado touchdowns, down power lines, brush fires, structure fires, and then for good measure around 9 o'clock this morning in came a bank robbery here in Kankakee. So yeah, it's been a very busy morning, a very busy Daily Journal today, with more coming tomorrow, and you can see more on the website. Just a lot of action, Colleen.
It is. I know I'm definitely going to be staying inside for,
Yeah, if you don't have to go out in these high winds, don't do so, okay? That would probably be a good method to go through your day. Colleen, Howard Ludwig, stay-at-home Howie. He stays at home with his two sons while his wife works, and he writes a weekly column for us. Has one today that's somewhat interesting. What is that all about?
It's actually about the Toy Hall of Fame and how they are trying to induct new nominees into the Toy Hall of Fame, and they include such famous toys that we all grew up with. The classic dollhouse, there's Hot Wheels, Dominoes, the board game of life, just a bunch of stuff like that.
See.
So they have to decide which two are going to get in.
It's the big wheel in the Toy Hall of Fame. It should be if it's not.
I don't know, but did you have one of those when you were a kid?
Oh yeah, I had a big wheel, and we ride that big wheel around. What we did, the neighbor kid have a big wheel, so we crash our two big wheels together.
I remember when I was little, I definitely wanted one, but nowadays they're almost like miniature cars in themselves. Like, you don't need to do any pedaling or anything.
Oh, really?
You're just driving. You're like pushing a gas pedal.
They were all made of plastic back in the good old days when I rode them around. We touched on that weather earlier, and we said it's wild, and Nicole Leonhardt has this wild weather forecast for us. Here she comes.
Okay. Hey everybody, it's Nicole Leonhardt with the AccuWeather forecast, and today it is windy, and there was even a tornado touchdown in Peatone. High today, 66. The low is going to be around 44, and again, just windy and maybe a few more storms this morning. Tomorrow, the high is going to be 64, the low 37. And it's also going to be windy, but at least we'll have some sunshine. And then on Thursday, a high of only 50, low of 29. It's getting so cold, and again, windy, but at least sunshine. Back to you guys in the newsroom.
Mike, we're back, and I know I've been reading a lot in the news about bed bugs chasing tourists out of certain cities, and New York is one of those cities that has actually been highly affected by these evil, nasty critters. So,
Yeah, I saw that on our World section today. It made me think, but not about bed bugs. This is what it made me think about, okay? A few days ago, recently, I was watching the classic movie Midnight Cowboy, starring John Voight and Dustin Hoffman in their respective roles as Joe Buck and Ratso Rizzo, and it's situated in New York. And I thought to myself, I've never been to New York City. I guess you have? I have not. And my whole impression of New York City is based on two movies, Midnight Cowboy and Taxi Driver with Robert De Niro, the Martin Scorsese classic. So my impression of New York is this. It's full of dangerous, kind of wild, bizarre characters. Am I even remotely close to being right about that?
I don't know if it's really as dangerous as maybe it once was. I think they've done a pretty good job in recent years trying to keep the crime rates down, but unusual characters, for sure. I remember when I was there with my family and I was in high school, we were lost, and again, we're tourists, so we ended up asking directions from a drag queen who was extremely helpful. And
well, that's pretty cool. The drag queen helped you. So let me get this straight. New York is full of bizarre people.
Probably,
so if
yes.
I visited, there'll be just one more rare, unusual, bizarre type person there. So I'd fit right in, huh? Maybe I should go next year.
I really think you should.
Okay, we'll try to work that in. Okay, that'll do it for the news at noon today. You can subscribe to the Daily Journal by calling 815-937-3322. You can also pick it up at the newsstands. And so until tomorrow,
stay informed and stay out of those crazy winds.
It's called The Right Profile by The Clash. The second song of the second side of the classical London Call, which although released in December 1979 was Rolling Stones' top album of the decade of the 80s.
He knows like the most random facts about like any classic rock, anything.